Abu Bashir. Abu Bush. You know, you can only address Bush in the bush. You can only address Bush in the bush. Ephraim Nyondo, which is the speaker of the parliament of Bashir, basically, you could almost say, has come out and he has claimed kidnappings. Very big words. Kidnappings. There are kids involved. There's napping. Something. I don't know if it means napping or otherwise. But we're going to talk about that one. The detective is back in the jungle. He's back in the field. Because, you know, sometimes if we stay too much in the office, you know, we need to get in the field so that we can see these things out there, you know. Earlier on, we might be busy, like, you know, trying to scope the field, understand what's... But now, we had to get back inside. Yeah, I'll be good, and I hope you guys are wonderful back at home. Sip a coffee. Mojito nyana, you know, this is sip a mojito. Sip a mojito, because this is news for mojitos. You know, you can't just behave in things like this. But hey, the moonlight is upon us, and let's talk about what Ephraim Nyondo is saying here. Ephraim Nyondo is the speaker for Bashir. He is the spokesperson in English terms. You understand? In the Queen's language, it's the person who speaks for Bashir, where Bashir doesn't come out and say things otherwise. Now, Ephraim released a statement not only to the rest of Malawi, but also to the people that he is accusing in this particular post. He is saying, I must summarize. Let me summarize what he's saying over here. Okay, in case you see it. Don't want it to ruin my shot. Please remove. Now, Ephraim is saying that there are people out there who are trying to kidnap Bashir. For what purpose, you might ask? For extradition matters. They're trying to kidnap him and kind of bring him back. I don't understand if that's what he is implying. But he is trying to have it said that it has something to do with the people that Bashir actually held a case against. That's what he says in the particular post that he actually made. And this post was was shared by some people from the ECG, which is how I kind of saw it earlier on. I saw it within the first 2 hours of it being posted, so I was like very interested. So the thing that kind of struck my interest was that he says these are the same people that Bashir supposedly opened cases against, but now they are not watching him in South Africa, they are watching him in Malawi. Bazalan, I've said this before. Both them don't like the truth. I've said this before, and I'm going to repeat it here because it's important we see it while it's happening. You see, what he's doing here, it's a classic. There is a boogeyman out there, and the boogeyman is after me, and so if the boogeyman is after me, you guys should be afraid for me. You guys should be more worried that there is an effort to try and get me back to God knows where. To me, that's what it sounds like. You see, because now he's claiming that these people have been watching Bashir, and not only are they watching Bashir, they try to kidnap Bashir. And in these claims that they are trying to kidnap Bashir, where is this happening, you might ask? No, don't worry, you don't have to ask. He has already said it. They're trying to kidnap him in Malawi. And he says they are watching them and they are releasing this statement for those people. That's the part that kind of got me. You are wanted by an entire government and you are addressing an unknown group of people about not wanting to go back to the country because he's back in his country and they respect the law. You know, they even had to put it in the particular post, as you know, they respect the law. In the other episode, the last episode we spoke about them after they lost the case, you'll remember I mentioned they fought that ruling for 2 years. They kept saying no, the witnesses must come to Malawi in order for us to proceed. We are not moving. This is it. This is how it must be done. I was like, oh, okay. You know, I know, it's interesting. Let's get operative. If we are being smart about the law, let's also acknowledge what other children think. The judge looked at it. The judge took her time. And the judge said, no, those people don't have to come. And it took a lengthy period for them to come to that decision. All of a sudden, the Shiri's people turned against their own thingy, supposedly. They then said, oh, we agree with the law. We agree that they can do it back at home. So my question was, in that video, if you haven't seen that video, why then were they fighting it if they agree with it? Why were they fighting it? Why did they spend a year plus fighting that particular decision? Months and months. It went high court, it was being up and down, Bazalani. This thing went up and down for months. That particular decision, they kept saying, no, you know us, we respect the law. We respect the law, and not only do we respect the law, we are looking forward for this decision to be taken. We are very confident that they lost it. Guess what they came out and said? Oh no, they are happy with it. How can you be happy with the same thing that you were fighting? Dodgy man business. That's dodgy man business there. That's how dodgy people speak. That's how dodgy people handle things. The fire is too much for you. Cash is it's getting too hot. Now there's a boogeyman. There's a boogeyman, and the boogeyman is not in South Africa anymore. No, the boogeyman has gone all the way. The Hawks operate in South Africa. That's just in case, let's just be clear there. The Hawks operate in South Africa. And for what would the Hawks be in Malawi for? They don't have jurisdiction to function there. I have my opinion. My opinion is that I don't believe him. Because they have said this type of things before. Like for instance, they claim they opened the case. Okay? They claim they opened the case. But if you remember back into that case, let me remind some of these people who follow. Who follow what? When they claimed that they opened the case, I explained, if you can remember back in 2021, I explained that that case was not really opened for any reason. He didn't have to attend it. It was a backup plan, in my view. I explained that if you can remember this issue of this case that they keep talking about. Because when that case was supposedly opened, they said that the police tried to follow up with him and he didn't attend. If really your life was in danger, would you not have attended the case so that the police can take it serious? But man, them didn't attend. So the open case was not really about people being after him. No. I've said that before, I'll say it here, I'll say it again. That is why they opened the case and they never attended. If the case was really there and if there was really a threat on his life, after the police try to do a follow-up so that they can find out what is going on. Man, name is in danger. Let's see. Now he wants to make us look bad. Why didn't he follow up? When the police were trying to do a follow-up, why didn't he attend? He didn't attend because there was no threat. But it was a backup plan. It was a backup plan just in case. Just open the case and leave it there. And so for me, now to claim that that boogeyman is now in Malawi, it's watching his every step. That boogeyman is now after him. Very convenient. For a case that you claim, for claiming that there is someone who's after you, you open the case against him. Nobody's doing anything about it. Now, who do you want to do anything about? Who does he want to? What is the goal of this post or this entire thing that they've just posted now? I can tell you this: there is none. There is none. All it is for the people. It reaches the people, gets people riled up. It gets people thinking South Africa is so cruel. South Africa is like this. Because remember, I stated they used Mzinono last time. They used Mzinono. Xenophobia, for those that don't know. They used that as a subject to kind of rile up people in Malawi to keep fighting for him. Now remember, in the early months of him getting back to Malawi, there was a large crowd. And they kept claiming, oh, they have very huge support, they have very huge support. You remember that point? They kept saying they've huge support from the Malawian people, blah, 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 blah. Now, that crowd has really dwindled. It has come down ever since then. Why? Because people were just fascinated with the celebrity of Bushiri. They were not there because they support him. They didn't care what plaques were being held up. It was the average guy. If you go back and watch those old videos, you will see it was the average guy that was there. They were fascinated with the celebrity, not the pastor. The celebrity Bushiri. He was there at their backyard. You know, Mandem is here, no, poor Mandem, they're bored. Mandems were bored. They were like, let's go see this Charlie over there. Because Charlie's issues here, they never end. There's always something, always. You must just keep yourself in the news. Always keep yourself. Hey, Abu Bashir. Abu Bush. You know, you can only address Bush in the bush. You can only address Bush in the bush because he likes bush things. He likes the bush. Do daily Christian commentary videos. If it's the first time on this channel, do subscribe to the channel. Give this video a like. It does help it out in the algorithm. You know, do the do's. Do the do's so that YouTube can recommend the video to other people. So we break these things up. You see, as we don't forget, as we break down, we can see things. You can see we follow the. And sometimes for some of you that are not Christian, subscribe to the channel, because as a person who's not really a church person, as we follow the story, we follow the subject, and we can remind, you know, because whenever you are forgetful, so don't worry, subscribe so that we will remind you. This is not a new thing. He opened that case. If you watch the earlier messages of the police spokesperson giving a report, I remember that video very well, when she said they did actually try to follow up and he did not attend. So why does he keep bringing this subject about the case? I opened the case against these people. They opened the case against these people. The police actually used that. They said, we followed up. Don't make us look bad. We followed up, but he did not attend. As I said, it was not really that big a deal. It was just a backup plan. Now the backup plan, you see now the backup plan is working in their favor. We opened the case. But nobody cares what happened. Did the South African government, did the police actually follow up? They did. Mandem didn't attend. Anyways, you know what? I think Abu Bush, they like their own fire. So let me also sit at my own fire while I'm in the field. I can practically say, in my opinion, according to my observation in this subject, I am going to leave the bush now because this operation for me is done.